The other day, we talked about Mikayla's new collection with Pise and all the drama that came from it. A lot of people were really upset with Pise for giving someone like Mikayla the opportunity to have a collab like this, given her past with being dishonest and deceptive to her audience. When Mikayla finally showed off the palette, people had a lot to say about it, and so far the response has only got worse. Mikayla is being accused of lying about the swatches, and she's being called out for having a pretty disorganized and chaotic launch day. It's a mess, so let's get into it. When Mikayla first announced her collab with Pise, it was getting a pretty negative reaction over on Trendmood. Not only were people upset with Pise for collabing with her, but they were also pretty confused over the layout of the palette. Many people said there were way too many blue shades that were too close in color to actually tell the difference. People said the palette was far too big, and they were kind of confused over this constant commercialization of her wedding. That's where we left off last time, and since then, a lot has happened. All week long, Mikayla has been showing off her collection, trying to get the excitement up for the launch. She posted a video showing off swatches from her palette, and this is where the issues started. Many people are accusing her of pre-swatching the palette and only recording the second layer of the swatches. As you can see, for most of the swatches, the hand is covering the ending position of the swatch, so you can't tell. But for the last 4, you can actually see there's already product on the person's arm. Now, this arm isn't Mikayla's, but she did post it, and many people think it's deceiving, writing, "Could we see what it looks like without being pre-swatched? The pigmentation is beautiful. How many swipes is that? Thought it was one until the end." They were definitely swatched more than once, but pretty. I feel like this is yet another example of Mikayla pushing the truth and making things seem better than they are. I'm sure the swatches would have looked nice enough with just one go. Posting a video where it's obvious you were trying to hide the fact that they were already pre-swatched feels like she's trying to be deceptive with how they perform. Due to the way that the video was recorded, we can't even tell if the first however many were actually pre-swatched, but judging by the last 4, it seems like they most likely were. If she showed in the video that they were already pre-swatched and wanted to show how buildable they were, then that would have been fine, but this feels a bit wrong. Now let's talk about the actual launch. We all know whenever an influencer launches a product, there's always going to be some drama on launch day. We've seen it time and time again, and usually it has to do with a website crashing or a product selling out and people being upset. But I've never seen anything like this before. This launch had to be one of the most confusing launches ever, and Mikayla's fans are not happy about it. When the collection launched, everyone went onto the brand's website, and it automatically takes you to their UK site. A lot of people quickly added what they wanted to their carts, checked out, and they were met with a pretty big shipping fee. Some people were reporting upwards of $30 for shipping, and because these fans wanted to support Mikayla and wanted the palette, they paid it. Well, turns out they didn't need to. Pise actually launched an entire US site just for Mikayla's palette. They wanted to make sure that everyone got the chance to get a palette without having to pay a huge amount for shipping. The US shipping price is around $6, which is way better than like the $30 that some people were reporting. Unfortunately, Mikayla never filled her fans in on this US site until after the palette had already launched.
Okay, we are live on the website with the collection. It's only been about 23 minutes, but it's going crazy. So I just want to let you know of one thing. There are 2 websites, technically, because we have UK and USA. So let me show you. When you go to the Pise website, technically you're going to end up at pise.co.uk. And you can click here to shop the collection. Now, What you want to do if you're in the USA, if you go up here on the tabs, click on USA. This is going to take you to a USA version of the website, and then you can shop, and things are not sold out. So don't worry.
And people were not happy about this, saying that this was a huge mistake on Mikayla's part for not promoting the US site and letting everyone know ahead of time. We had people writing, I wish I knew this before I ordered. I spent like $60 in shipping alone. How can I fix this? I feel like this should have been more clear. I ended up paying $51 plus $13 shipping on my order. My mom is so upset because we were unaware of a USA website and she spent an extra $70 trying to get me your collection for Christmas and I didn't even get every piece. When we went on the US store, the whole bundle was $70 cheaper. It's not fair or right to not announce the USA website before launch. I ended up paying an extra $30 because I bought half the collection on the UK site, not knowing there was a US site. Now, I did go on Mikayla's Instagram, and she does have in her caption a link to both the US and the UK site, but I'm pretty sure that was added after it already went on sale. I've been watching all of Mikayla's videos leading up to this launch, and unfortunately, the US site was never mentioned until like 30 minutes after the palette had already launched. Now, Mikayla did say people who ordered on the UK site would still receive their packages.
Okay, I'm getting a couple questions. If you're in the USA and you purchased on the UK site, that's totally fine. You will totally get your order. You're all set.
But that's not really the issue here. The issue is how expensive the shipping was and the fact that it should have been made known from the start about the different sites. People are really upset over this, and I don't blame them. But the drama doesn't stop there. Pise is also getting a lot of backlash. Many people are saying that they should have never launched this collab with Mikayla right now because they're experiencing a ton of shipping issues long before Mikayla's palette. Pise launched an advent calendar, and some people have still yet to receive a shipping notification. We had people writing, I still haven't received my calendar. I paid $276 and $60 shipping. December 1st is next week. May I have an update on my order from September 22nd? And these shipping issues are nothing new. The owner has spoken out on her TikTok multiple times about shipping issues months before Mikayla's collab.
Hi team, so this is just a quick update from me before I go to bed. If you have ordered during my live, if you have ordered during Black Friday, from the 1st of November, please allow 10 working days for your order to be dispatched. If you've ordered through TikTok and you are worried that your order is going to be cancelled because you get an automated message, then this is not the case during Black Friday, so you're fine. It's just like an auto message that gets sent out. If you choose to cancel your order, then your order will not be dispatched. If you choose to wait, then you will get your goodies and get to keep that up to 80% off deal. I just wanted to give some transparency. Again, I know that there's been some errors with like body butters and the wrong lids going out. This is because we're using a new shipping company, so again, total apologies. I'm so embarrassed, but we will work our hardest to get it resolved.
And now with a lot of things from Mikayla's collection selling out, I'm sure those shipping issues are only going to get worse.
A month later, they're finally here. I ordered these the day that they went viral, which is like on the launch day, and they just got here.
So I can only imagine how long Mikayla's palette is going to take. So far, her actual palette has yet to sell out, but all the bundles and some of the smaller items are all gone. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.